Hey everybody, Tupy here, Tupyor, number 2, letter P. That's me. Me and my sidekick Sunday. He my cockatoo. He my friend. He my helper. He gonna keep me company. All right. We're gonna go ahead and do the Alamo area. Lonesome dove. We're gonna touch up some cactus. We're gonna touch up the little hill country area and the remembering the Alamo. But do things a little different. I want you to be able to see what I'm painting, not so much moi. So if you look at my tutorial previously, I give you the history of everything, and I'll be talking about it again. So it is what it is. If you hear dogs and chickens, just ignore it. Just know that, you know what? It is what it is in the country of Tupyville. All right? So hang on, and we'll get to painting. All right, I'm going to drop down and get out of view. All righty. So the first thing I want to do is get my paint pens. And then my whoopsie rag. I call it my whoopsie rag for my boo-boos and my oopses. All right. So let's come up over here, and we're going to go ahead and finish the bob wire. Oh, ew, that was not fun. I'm glad it dropped on the ground and not my pretty canvas here. I pushed on this thing, and when you push on your paint pens, if you push on them, especially with a big boy like this one, you will find that he let out a lot of paint right there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go all the way down to the bottom of Port Isabella, which is a lighthouse down at the coast. I'll be doing a tutorial on the coast. Because Texas is so big, and I mean big, I mean really, really big, that I'm gonna go ahead and do several sections of this map. When I did this map, I did not want to do a map that was as you can see, I'm able to do bob wire, and it's pretty easy, so it sketches in the map without having to be correct on straight lines. I did not want to have straight lines. So that's my bob wire. I'm working from left to right because I don't want my hands dragging through the paint. All right, I think y'all can see this a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and touch up my cactuses. All right, I have a barrel cactus, barrel cactus. All right, I'm not getting any paint here, so I'm going to come up over here, and I'm going to see. Ooh, see, this is why you do that. Good example. It gave me a big old glob. Okay, I don't want that to be on the thing. Okay, I just want it to be. So when I do my barrel now, it basically doesn't have that big old glob, and I can actually use my leftover paint here to make these barrel. I'm just highlighting. I'm going to come back with my ultra fine black and highlight these colors of my lettering here. My barrel. And I don't even know what. The barrel cactus basically, I'm going to ad-lib here. The barrel cactus is basically one that actually you can, if you get stuck in the wilderness, actually in the desert, you can actually find these. These actually have water in them. And so you can crack them open. What was that John Wayne movie that I was thinking of that, was it good? Hang on a second. Give me a second to think of it. I love John Wayne movies. Godfather. The Godfather. He is in that movie, and he actually survives on the barrel cactus. He has to splice it open and get some of the water out of it. That's a really good movie. John Wayne, his production, his movies that he did. I'm going to go ahead and get some more out of this. I'm going to push down. His movies that he did was, his production was called Bat Rack. B-A-T-R-A-K originally, from the movie The Red Witch. Something The Red Witch. Anyhow, his secretary misspelled B-A-T-R-A-K and spelled it with a C. That's why, if you ever wondered why he got his productions from that, it's because his secretary misspelled Bat Rack, which is from one of the movies that he watched, that he liked the title of it, so that's how he got that movie. Alright, this is called Snow on the Mountain. You know what? I already like this. It says Snow on the Mountain, and I can see it very clearly, so I'm not going to touch that up. Alright? What I am going to touch up, alright, is the Devil River. Devil River. You know what? Let's do something that I don't usually do. Let's do the little waves. Devil River is down here just north of Del Rio. Del Rio, it's where you can go kayaking. Now, Chet Gardner from Day Tripper told me about this. I have yet to go kayaking down here, but it looks like a phenomenal area. But they call it Devil's River for a reason. It isn't one of those heavenly places. It's a little bit of a challenge. I'm sure that many people cussed on that river because they might have lost their cargo and whatnot. But the fact of the matter is, it's worth remembering. It's called Devil's River. All right, my favorite, Lonesome Dove. Lonesome, L-O-N-E-S-O-M-E. Now, I did that in black. I don't know why I did it black, but you know what? I'm going to leave it that way. Hat Creek. Do you see how this is crackling? You might have to zoom it in a little bit, but this is the back. They had it was Latin, darling. He had written something on the back of Hat Creek, and it has, if you ever look up Lonesome Dove, Hat Creek saying, you'll see that it says, you know, it's Latin for whatever he said. I obviously could not put it in there, so I'm going to, is this my ultrafine? This is not my ultrafine. I want my ultrafine. And why do I want my ultrafine? Because it's got the smallest tip, so I can be a little more detailed. So when I go H-A-T-T, it's not coming out the greatest. So, oh Lord, see, this is why. Do you see that? I'm going to go ahead and drain that off. That's a big old hunk of paint that you do not want on that, okay? This is why you do not push your paint pens to extract paint. You put it on something right like this, okay? I just saved you a lot of headache right there. All right? And I can actually use this. I can dub it here. I'm going to go ahead and use a little leftover paint here. And I'm going to write Hat Creek here. I'm going to probably touch it up a little bit because I don't like the way the H is. We had a party where we had an all-nighter to watch these things, and one of my friends thought it might be funny to see who would eat crickets. And you know what? I didn't eat any crickets that night because I ain't about to eat no crickets, okay? I'll eat normal things. I don't eat gizzards. I don't do livers and gizzards and all that stuff. And that ain't something that I'm interested in. Yes, and Sunday said he ain't interested in any. He just wants ice cream. All right. I'm going to leave that weathered. And I'm going to write Del Rio. The reason I put this on the camper, if you didn't see my tutorial, is because Lonesome Dove was filmed here in Del Rio. The gentleman that, where it is, it's private property. You can no longer access it. So guess what? You're just going to have to just know that Lonesome Dove was filmed there. And the reason I have the pigs, now if you are a Lonesome Dove lover like I am, you know why I put pigs on my camper. Why did I put pigs on my camper? Sunday, you want to check it out? All right, what is it? What I got there, buddy? What do I got? All right, let's put a pig. I do have a pig. My pig, we name him. Guess what his name is? Piggy. He's black though. He ain't pink. And no, we are not going to eat him when we're finished. All right, we got to have a little swirly tails on the end here because that's what he has. I'm going to put a little bit. If you notice, I'm not putting any black into the pink areas. All right. Now, you notice how I have my painter's pen like this? This is not something that you want to do. Reason being is because the paint's going to run into it. And when I start, I'm going to have to dub it out, okay? So, I'm going to see if I can't get hat. I'm going to have to fix that a little bit. I have to let that dry before I can actually add to the faces of those pigs. And the reason I put that up there was because old Gus, my favorite character, said every once in a while he wants to kick a pig. Okay, I know why that, because I got a blue pen on a black marker. Blue cap, black marker. That is my... Alright, so that being said, let's see if this one is. Yay, it's blue! That's what we wanted, blue. I'm so blue, blue. I'm so blue, I don't know what to do. That's from VeggieTales, Madame Blueberry. She was a blueberry. She was blue. Okay. You know what? I just don't like Lonesome Dove being only black. You know what? I am not liking that. I'm not liking that at all. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Okay, everybody pay attention. I'm going to give this a border. Okay? The reason I do this sometimes is I will make mistakes. Lord knows I make lots of mistakes. And Lord knows that I am in need of a lot of help. Godspeed that he gives me that help. All right. So I'm just gonna create that border, and I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna come back and put that in white. I'm gonna put Lonesome Dove in that so it says it. Sunday. You don't need to be messing with that. All right. So I have a feeling that the pigs. Let's find out if the pigs are done. I'm gonna take my finger. See, no paint. Yep, no paint. So I'm gonna give these piggies a nose and a couple nostrils and a couple eyeballs. You know what? I could probably go ahead and give them a body style. Let's do that. Let's give them a body style. That looks better, don't it? This is ears here. If you ever come to Texas, go to Cransfield's Gap. Cransfield's Gap has a festival called Bacon Bash. Bacon Bash is in way over there. It's in Cransfield's Gap, a really small little town, and they raise money for diabetes from the gentleman that owns the saloon, Horny Toad Saloon. Sunday, you are not helping me out. Okay, he's. If you ever know what a cockatoo likes to do, he likes to throw things in the air. So I need to make. You know what? Let's go ahead and just put it right here. Del Rio, that's my spot that I want to highlight. I'm going to put it around there. I'm going to color that black in. All right. I'm going to come up here and the Devil's River. Okay, so I touched a lot of this up, okay? Let's go ahead and take my letters and highlight them. Make them stick out, okay? All right. All right, I'm going to get a little bit of paint here. All right. I wasn't getting any paint, so I had to Alright, if you hear chickens and dogs and stuff in the background, and I apologize, I have to say that every single time, because if I waited for the situation to be right, it never would be, and so I would never get a video done. So I just do what I can. I apologize for the wind and the background noise, but I'm getting her done, as Larry the Cable Guy would say. I like that guy. He's funny. Alright, there's my R, and there's my other R. I'm picking paint off of my smudge area here. Alright, that looks better. Okay. Alright, you know what? I am liking this right here, and I'm just going to touch her up. My century tree looks pretty good. And I like the snow on the mountain. What I do want to do, like I said, if you notice when I'm painting this stuff, I try to work down on my stuff. I try not to overlap, because if I do, then I'm going to basically get my hands in there, and I don't want to do that. All right, let's see. That's got a little bit of extra stuff. Let's see if I can use it over here. I'm drawing the paint up to the century tree. Sunday, you're blocking their view. I hope you're not blocking their view. That would be rude if you were. That would be so rude if you were. Alright. Just trying to add a little detail to it all. I'm going to take a little bit of lime here. It doesn't have to be right. Now, if you see, I'm pushing here because I'm not getting much paint out of it. So, I'm just trying to add some more green to the color. Hi, Piggy. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and Piggy got something stuck in his throat, I guess. Alright. Snow on the mountain. See, it did it. Snow on the mountain. This is what it actually looks like. It's not that it's really snow on the mountain. I don't exactly know why they call it snow on the mountain, but they do. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this little bit of detail. Okay, Sunday, you're helping me out here, huh? Alright, I just want to add some color there. Piggy not feeling too good for some reason. He's okay, guys. Alright. Like I said, it's one of those things where when you got rescue animals like cockatoos and pigs. Alright, let's write Lonesome Dove here and see if it even comes up. Alright. Alright, I'm going to get my thing out again because I'm not getting any paint. There it goes. Sometimes when you write, sometimes it's easier to do just print and lot, not cursive. I did cursive before. Sometimes you can see. Oh, I'm not even going to be able to make all that. All right, lonesome. SOME. Lonesome. I'm gonna put that lonesome there. Lonesome dove. Okay, I'm gonna leave that just like that. That is done. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, we get a little color here. Like I said, I'm just trying to tweak this up a little bit, and I think I'm happy with that. All right, we got lonesome dove. Now, for the pecan tree. The pecan tree, gosh darn, my paints are, need to get some new ones. Okay, so when you guys go to buy these things, you can get them in a pack of like just the primary colors, and they're about the cheapest way. Other than that, they're about $2.50 at Hobby Lobby and at Michael's and stuff like that. You can even get them at Walmart. I love shout out to Hobby Lobby. Love Hobby Lobby. So this is my pecan tree. My pecan tree. I'm just going to go ahead and do this real quick. It is the state. It is the state tree. We have lots of pecan trees. And if you're in the South, they call it pecan. In Georgia, we don't call it pecan. We call it, Texas, we call it pecan. And I'm covering up over my blue bonnets here, and I will go ahead and show you how to do, it's the little tiny details. I know it might be hard to see the little tiny details right now. I'm covering up over all the blue bonnets because I'm going to retire. Now you got to have a John Deere tractor in here. The John Deere tractor is in here is because, you know what? We are one of the largest farming countries of the 48 states. Only because we're the largest. We are pretty much the largest state other than Alaska. That's why. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? All right, we're going to go ahead and let's add some color to my barn. It's kind of looking sad. Now, I will tell you, I love a red barn. Oh, hoo-wee, I love a red barn. Barns are, in my opinion, I love them. All right, we'll go ahead and touch this back up with black. It's got to look weathered, so we're going to go ahead and retouch up our fence posts. Go ahead and touch up our tree here, and then we'll add the detail with the black. All right, let's go ahead and just, you know, you got to have the branches in there coming through. All right, so that being said there, now our windmill, love a windmill. I'm just touching it up, just retracing my steps here, giving it a little black, a little bit of the blades. All right. Like I said, you probably might not notice the difference. I certainly do. I notice the boldness. And I am having fun. Are you having fun, guys? I might be putting you to sleep. Let's go ahead and do our wagon wheel here. And it's got to be a big wagon wheel. I don't know why I didn't do it bigger earlier. Oh, there's our wagon wheel. We got the engine here. And we got our seat. And we got our little engine. Okay. Now let's go ahead and touch up outline when I painted over this, if you notice I put the brown, I went ahead and went over it. So I've got to retouch it up and put in the lines back again so you can see the door. Here's the door. And I'm going to put my X there. X marks the spot. And most barns out here in Texas, they have a they have the Lone Star flag. And Texas means friendship, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that. It was from the Indian word friendship. That's how the word Texas got its name. I'm just giving a little bit of a color there. And we are the friendliest state, in my opinion. I've traveled all over the United States, and Texas folks are very, very kind folk. We are in the Bible Belt too, so that might have something to do with it. But I love my hymns, love my Lord, love the country that God put me in, the great country of America. Love the freedoms that I have. I'm able to stay here on my property, mind my own business. That's what we all should do, and do what we love. And mine is painting. All right, one thing I need now is I need a fine tip point. And why do I need a fine tip point? Because I am going to put in blue bonnets. Okay, I love blue bonnets. All right, blue bonnets are blue, little splotches just like this, and then they have a little bit of white, and they have a little bit of yellow up the top, white and yellow up at the top. So let's just add some of those. This time of the year is the prettiest time of the year. So how did the blue bonnets get its name? That's a very good question. I'm so glad you asked that question. The fact of the matter is, how they got the name blue bonnets, and this is true, there were some settlers that came in onto Texas, and a tribe of Indians, and I don't know what type of Indians. I want to say Cherokee, but I don't exactly know. But there was a group of Indians that took some girls, little young girls. They took them, and it's kind of like Searchers in the movie, John Wayne movie. They basically took them, and when they took them, the people, or you can call it kidnapped, but I'm adding a little yellow. The parents found the little girls in a patch of blue bonnets. Well, what they found was they found their bonnets. Okay, back then, they had bonnets that little girls wore, and they found their bonnets in a patch of blue bonnet and the blue flowers. So that's how they got the name, the blue bonnets. So now you know. A little bit of FYI. Now these blue bonnets. Now I'm going to blow a little bit because I want to go ahead and let them dry. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I'm going to go ahead and just. It's not that you probably notice it, but I do. I'm going to go ahead and just put some. Okay, that's not working real well. All right, let's put some white flowers here. Whiteness, just a couple, just to make them look more real. And these are just little details that I like to put on there. All right, so we are done with this. The only thing we have left that I'm going to do is the Alamo. The rest of this stuff I will do ahead of it. The Alamo. And if you look here, I have the building. Okay? And if you notice, I really kind of did just a rough sketch. If you notice, I'm not doing it. See how I'm doing it? I am not doing it like you would normally see a great building. This is just kind of the outline of it. It's a shabby mission shack that was used to hold up all of the soldiers to try to defend. So when I did this, I didn't try to, I didn't try to make this precise. All right, some of the windows. And you know what? I'm not even going to touch up this blue, okay? I'm going to leave it because it's got enough. It's faded, so there's no need for me to do that. I'm going to go ahead and switch out my pins to my medium. Let's give the door a little bit better look here. All right. And if you noticed, I did do a Texas star. These are just little details that I put in. That's actually a star in there. And I'm going to leave that just because it looks weathered and I don't want to bother it. All right. Ta-da! All right. The Alamo. Let's go ahead and touch up the sign. It needs to get more color to it. Yeah, that looks better, don't it? All right. Hang on, guys. We are getting there. I love this, the fact that we have this to remember. All right.